What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna have another reaction, China's reaction to IShowSpeed. Now, I'm doing this one simply because it's a reaction. But granted, it's China's reaction and not really another reaction. What I want is to react to someone reacting to something. That would be my ultimate dream. But for right now, we're just gonna watch IShowSpeed. So, I will give you a short history, but no one cares about what I know about speed. Let's find out.
IShowSpeed just wrapped up his huge streaming in China adventure, and if you think they just made a big splash over here, you got another thing coming. What if I told you what you think you know about his China tour is just the tip of the iceberg? His trip was filled with drama that only Chinese people could see. So today I want to reveal the raw, unfiltered Chinese internet's reaction that most Western audiences never witnessed. Behind
I kept seeing clips in drunk of this, right? And every time I see clips or drunk, it was always some positive shade. Like in my mind, I'm like, yo, IShowSpeed is doing what Trump isn't doing. Like he's improving China's relationship with America. But if I have to hear it. Let's hear what he says.
the scenes moments like Speed being nicknamed Hyperthyroid Bro, the ill-intent.
Come on, that's a good nickname for him. He is so hyper. I feel like he has a lot.
And the shit-stirring interpreter, the disappointing last stop, and what happened to Uncle after Speed left. All of this sparked intense controversies on Chinese social media, so let's dive into it.
What the heck? I'm really thankful. Okay, never mind. That's in English.
But before we get to all the big drama and the general public's response, let's talk about some official Chinese media outlets because they embraced Speed's visit. It was celebrated. I'm talking unprecedented levels of attention for a young foreign influencer. Okay, a lot of people were surprised by the apparent lack of official monitoring during Speed's shenanigans. But of course, the government knew exactly.
What the fuck? Yeah, we'll go back there. Wait. Let's go back.
Of official monitoring during Speed's shenanigans. But of course, the government knew exactly what was happening. The Foreign Affairs Ministry officially commented.
Yeah, that's what I think. They want people to see the unfiltered, unedited part of China. They don't. It's like if someone goes to North Korea or South Korea. If someone goes to the Korea that is ruled by that one man, then people want to see the unfiltered. Like every time you see it, it's like a whole freaking tour that no one knows. We all know it's fake. We want to see the real thing. That's why I think like it was fine. But again, let's just hear what he has to say.
While state media CCTV featured extensive coverage, China is becoming.
You know, every time I see a video of this dude, he's doing he's such an actor, basically.
Becoming increasingly confident to show both the good and the bad without too many filters to some extent. Yes, some areas of the country remain much more restrictive. Had he gone to certain places within Xinjiang or Tibet, it would have looked very different. But yeah, newsflash, you can indeed freely visit China. There are no fake tours like in North Korea with people following you every step if you're a normal tourist. That's why they've just recently opened visa-free visits to so many countries.
Under a German passport, visa-free, it's the best.
Over 20 million foreigners entered China, up more than 112% year-on-year.
They want ordinary people to see the real China, breaking down some of the caricatures that have shaped people's impression for decades. It's free publicity, and Speed delivered that brilliantly. Now, what was the general reaction to his trip? For those who watched from China, it was overwhelmingly positive. His journey showcased lots of China's bright side and significantly boosted the country's international image, making Chinese citizens very proud.
And you know, the funny thing is, it's not even fucking off. America is going so far into idiocracy. Speed could be the president in 30 years.
I know, there are tons of people who seriously underestimate how big of a deal this was. Love him or hate him, you can't just say, oh, big deal.
Think about it. In an idiocracy, right? The president was Terry Crews. He was big, he was hyperactive, and he was stupid. Speed is probably gonna be big and hyperactive. Stupid, I'm not entirely sure. But he acts stupid, but like, again, that could just be his character.
A dude running around the China like a madman, who cares? You're wrong. China cares. They care a lot. Getting unfiltered China in front of millions of young Westerners is a huge win for them.
难怪美国网友震惊，我在难闻的纽约地铁里刷不出文字，你却在中国时速350千米的高铁上 2K 直播。
While you keep 2K quality stream on 350. Damn. That's some good internet.
播不掉线。
No amount of marketing dollars could replace this. Even in our neck of the woods, the media covered it overall pretty positively.
Speed's China tour is going viral for unforgettable moments over the weekend. He also performed that backflip there on the Great Wall of China.
Why you make it seem like this dude did backflip? He did a backflip because his girl. He was happy for his girlfriend. He backflipped into the desk. He had like. He's gonna backflip.
Pressing fans and
Like, what's
Chinese
wrong with you?
media.
Perhaps, maybe,
What if you
hopefully,
feel-
the day has come when people
Stop
think of
doing
China,
backflips
they will
at their
finally not
place.
just think of,
What?
you know, Beijing leadership or military parades, but faces of real Chinese people like Uncle, Master Liang, or the Shaoxing girl who sounds like Pikachu. The outpouring of gratitude wasn't just because Speed portrayed China positively, but due to his genuine personality and respectful approach.
Honestly, seeing an American connect with Chinese people like this, it gave me so much hope, especially with how crazy the war is right now.
I talked about that a
thinking
little
about
bit
that
already
too.
when I covered this trip to Shaolin, but to be
You know
honest,
that my boy that Yoshi Pete, no, Metal Gear Solid. How much Metal Gear Solid guy that? I can't.
this
No, that's
connection
not
he
him.
has to the
That's not
locals
him.
isn't just unique to China. Wherever he
remember
travels,
it.
he transforms encounters into wholesome moments that bridge cultures. No other way to put it. So, the positive reaction was expected and aligned with what the CCP wants, but is there another side to the story? Despite his massive views, Speed isn't actually well known in China at all. At least he wasn't until now. His followers represent just a tiny fraction of China's vast
you
online
don't really
culture. There's no
think he
YouTube,
would
no Google, no
until
Facebook,
now.
no X, so many
Yeah,
other
yeah.
sites. They don't exist in China. They're not accessible. They got their own stuff going on anyways. They
Yeah.
got Weibo, Kuaishou, Douyin, Bilibili, whatever. And before you say it, no, VPNs are not officially allowed, and using them can result in a fine or even in jail.
There aren't, but as like it's like in many countries, it's just, they just don't care. Maybe if they see you directly or have some beef with you, they will care. But like it's like saying this isn't allowed, but people still do it anyway because it's not really enforced.
In China, you gotta make sure you can't access all the internet that you want. So make sure you have a VPN ready.
A lot of Chinese people do use it. I bet there are a bunch of Chinese people watching
Yeah.
right now using it, huh? Caught you, huh? Or subscribe before I snitch. But you're probably gonna be okay if you keep it low-key and to yourself. But being so openly pro-internationalism inside the Chinese internet, that
Would be
can
bad.
be problematic for Chinese
Would be
citizens
bad.
who might be labeled as pretentious or traitors. The phrase 崇洋媚外, worshipping foreign things, captures this sentiment, often accompanied with a, if you love the West so much, go live there. Oh, you don't like this particular thing about our country? Why don't you leave? You will
Yeah, I really annoys me when people do that. Like the whole patriotism about a country. I would say countries don't care about you. But let me say it like this. Countries don't care about you on an individual level. They need workers. They need a population. We are basically sheep's cattle. Maybe chickens if you want. We're here to work, produce, and keep the country alive. Countries don't care about you. Care about yourself. Fuck every country. Fuck patriotism. If you want to love another country's thing, love that other country's thing. Go to Japan. Well, maybe not Japan.
find similar stupidity in most other countries too. So our first big L in the chat was the center of Chinese people's wrath right from the start. Miles Moretti, Antonio Margarini.
What's wrong with him?
This Chinese American Vietnamese influencer known for promoting Chinese culture through his floral outfits and street interviews faced severe backlash when he served as Speed's translator in Beijing. He told Speed his fans were screaming like animals and was accused of deliberately mistranslating to embarrass
So he's a fanatic. He probably doesn't like
Speed.
China
Sorry,
Speed.
his locks can be delicate
Embarrass Speed.
for me to cut. I don't want to ruin it. And how did he translate it? Huh, Miles?
What?
He said your hair is too raggedy, you can't.
Really? He didn't say that.
So it's either he's doing it on purpose or I feel like he's just doing it. Is he jealous? He's probably jealous.
You devious,
I'm probably doing it for the
two-faced,
lulz.
lying
He's probably doing it for the
little
lulz.
beautiful man.
No, never mind.
No homo. And his apology that he posted on April 1st, you know, explaining his playful and teasing humor
Yeah, I
actually
thought he was
backfired on
like,
him. The
okay.
damage was done.
你也道歉了，你说脏辫的翻译，你只是开个
But
玩
I
笑。
guess because like he's translating from the Chinese people feel offended that he was trying. They make it seem like the Chinese people were trying to offend Speed, but he was probably just being playful.
那像开玩笑吗？我
For
们
the
是
lows.
蠢货吗？
Because
The
he's a
Chinese government
traveling
might leave you alone,
influencer.
but proud Chinese citizens will
Yeah,
come for you
yeah,
if you're
that's it.
disrespectful. As a fellow content creator, I totally get your point, your idea of trying to spice up the stream, but dude, making people sound rude to Speed isn't fair to anyone involved.
He's not.
So you're saying my hair is fucked up, basically?
No, I mean, he's not doing a direct translation. I was doing a direct translation.
That type of stuff doesn't make the streams more fun. It's just weird and you're baiting for controversy on your own ass. And to be honest, I don't really know Speed. He wasn't on my radar until he went to China. He doesn't need that kind of stuff to make his streams entertaining.
He's already Speed.
Let that be his concern. How about that? Drama number 2. The toilet channel.
Speed is
Green
on Speed.
Goblin. Mango
IShowSpeed.
TV.
IShowSpeed. Is he showing like I show what it's like to be on Speed? That's what he's
Changsha, the last stop of Speed's visit and intended grand finale, infuriated Chinese netizens more than anything else before. It all started with this restaurant chain owner who came to leech publicity.
I'm boss.
Unlike Uncle's wholesome persistence, this weird guy was aggressive, annoying, intrusive, like a spoiled brat, even threatening Uncle on camera.
Nigga like I'm boss, get up. My boy,
I'm boss. Move. Or I'ma show up at your door.
That's basically what he said.
I'm boss. 我们都是同行，我们要相互尊重。你给我起来，不然的话，明天我去重庆找你。
Bruh, big L for tiny mafia boy. Chinese internet users ruthlessly mocked his appearance as Nanyu Lao Shao, which usually just means everybody. It's kind of a genius word, Chinese word build. It literally means male, female, old, young. And calling him Green Goblin, making AI memes of him. Also, they review bombed his already struggling restaurants. Yikes. Shout out to his family. That's what you get, bro. I think a lot of people genuinely underestimated how many people are watching. Bro, it's unreal. 150,000 people watching live. The scripted event host, Mango TV, also faced severe criticism. This regional broadcast...
You think he's gonna go to India next? He should go to India. Go to like all the big populations that hate American people and improve the relations.
Nicknamed the Toilet Channel for its logo resembling a toilet seat and shitty content, was criticized for its
Chinese people are so based.
boring and uninspired show segments that heavily commercialized Speed in a way that's kind of contrary to his authentic persona, limiting and constraining him.
在故意要他对着镜头拿着展示，肉眼可见，
They
只顾自己
clearly
宣
only care about the promotion and not if it was easy for him to carry
传，
the
也不管
cardboard
他拿着
bag.
方便不方便。
So what we just talked about is Chinese people criticizing other Chinese people
people.
in his streams. Now we're gonna talk about the spicier stuff because there was hate too. Let's just be honest.
Why would you be surprised? He's a black man in China. The entire eastern section is probably racist in some way, shape, or form, even if they don't know it.
About it, okay? Among the negative reactions, I encountered the term Umm Hey, flirt with the black.
死逼的在长沙，死逼的在长沙，他在长沙跟我有鸡毛关系啊？咋这么多媚黑狗呢
A derogatory term made to shame people who praise or associate too much with black people in China. Also used in other capacities.
You know, I just realized something about, well, I guess the world in general. Like we are so fucking set on the color, the race, the things like that. We're not just real. Again, I don't remember if I said this before, but we are people. We're all pink on the inside. We are all born from a mom and a dad. We're all born from other humans. We grow up the same. Well, not really the same. You know what I mean? Like the aging process. 1 year when you turn 1, you eat, you shit, you piss. Color, race, these things shouldn't matter when you're dealing with humans, because you shouldn't be looking at them as anything but another human. What is this flirting with the blacks? What is this calling white women snow bunnies? Snow bunnies is a really good name. I don't fucking even know. I really like names snow bunnies. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? Let me just continue the video.
That I prefer not to speak about. Maybe you can imagine. But for real, when I lived in China, I lived alongside a group of African cultural exchange students, and I saw firsthand how they got treated, how Chinese people spoke about them behind their backs. And these were not sad individual instances. It was across the board. And from the stories they told me, there is a lot of racism in China, in particular towards black people. Can't wait for the denial and deflection in the comments.
Where is there not racism towards black people? Let me say this. Where is there not racism towards black people? The most. It's always black people that get the most racism for some reason.
If you live in China,
except like maybe in a black country like South America, I think white people get racism racism there.
China and you're honest, you're gonna say true. If you live in China and you don't know anything about the West, you're gonna say, what about your country? I don't want to get into this stuff, but the societal integration and tolerance of black people in China versus the West is not even remotely the same ballpark. If you disagree with this, you are delusional and it means you haven't seen both sides. Sorry, facts. Anyways, moving on. This is one of the reasons why I find IShowSpeed's visit so incredibly awesome. For Chinese people too. Exposure breeds tolerance. And seeing a black guy bring this much unprecedented attention and love to them, I think can only be good for race relations. Anyway, Chinese internet has a word for every niche group they deem unfavorable. In this particular case, internet lingos like 串子, 直人, 香蕉人, and Umm Hey, all used for people who...
I remember they had a scene when the man came a banana.
This particular case...
You think that one was racist? Or he was just joking?
Internet lingos like 串子, 直人, 香...
Traitor, colonizer, banana man, yellow on the outside, but it's white on the inside. Too cozy with black people. Banana man, this one I don't get. Like, is banana man wait, the banana, it's referring to Chinese people. This banana man is directly because they're yellow, and I guess because they're white on the inside, meaning they're like black people, and black people and Americans are white, and white people like, but white people don't like black people.
And Umm Hey, all used for people who are deemed to praise the outside world too much. And forget about racism against foreigners. Even regional stereotyping within the country is a national pastime. Dude, the Shaolin Temple is in Henan. That province has a bad rap. People from Henan are considered scammers, thieves, liars. But in person...
Is that where the Shaolin Temple is?
This has to be said. Even the people who dislike foreigners in general will highly likely treat visitors respectfully due to 面子, face. Don't want to explain the whole thing. In China, saving face, maintaining social image.
It's not even just China. It's the entire Eastern. Because I think Japan has it, Korea has it. They have this thing with always saving face. They need like you see that one asshole that came like, I'm boss. He wasn't trying to save face. He was just being himself. I feel like if they all had the opportunity to be themselves, you'd see a lot more assholes when it comes to the Eastern society. It's more like their culture it forces them to be like polite and drunk, like especially Japan. Like, I know a lot about Japan, but not really that much.
The only real social credit in China
is face.
Online, however, anti-outsider attitudes are more common, with very hateful speech sometimes treated as casual jokes. I'm just very happy that nobody used Speed's massive platform to like jump into his streams and say some really messed up stuff. I'm scared that will happen eventually, but I'm happy it didn't happen in China. So now the traffic is king side of China. According to a Chinese staff member in Speed's entourage, most plans were made within just one day based on Speed's personal interests. This enabled authentic meetups with content creators like Tony from LC's.
Because like, no, are you not that exact? Is that Pokemon?
Science, I love him. And the dude from the...
Yeah, but that's exactly seems like his personality. The dude to just like wake up one day and like, yo, I want to do this. They're like, okay, makes the plan immediately, then executes it. Like, no days ahead. It's like, we're going to do this today. This is how we're going to do it. And then we just do it. They probably don't even make a plan. No,
Super Idol song.
因为他刚刚来的时候，他就已经说过，表达过说想见到我。
And 瑞哥, the Donald Trump guy.
W in the trap.
These were people Speed genuinely wanted to meet. But what about Da Zhangwei, creator of the Nay Nay song?
Oh, he's singing it.
He's at a different level of fame in China and deeply entangled with Mango TV. Too much risk when interacting with Speed. You can see him playing it very safe, avoiding singing the Nay Nay part during his performance, showing respect and understanding of the context of the...
What is the Nay Nay part?
The meme. Speed even noticed this and repeatedly told him to say it, bro. Say it. Say it.
Say it, Don Way.
What is the Nay Nay?
He tried his best during the corporate feast, toasting with officials and business executives, a cringe but authentic part of Chinese culture when you're famous, by the way. Da Zhangwei also tried to smooth over the moment when Speed asked for Uncle, who was running after the cars on foot.
Oh, you left?
Why is he running?
He's tired.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did y'all guys leave Uncle?
When you're famous, by the way. Da Zhangwei also tried to smooth over the moment when Speed asked for Uncle, who was running after the cars on foot.
Wow, y'all just assholes. Especially since Uncle been with Speed. Speed likes all.
Oh, you left?
Actually, you can see that he's generally like
you never tired. No, I don't get tired.
He did what he could as a nice guy who cared about speed, but it just wasn't as natural as interactions with less famous, less corporate aligned influencers. Like why? Why even bother to surround Speed with so many stars that he doesn't know or should care about?
Because that's what they want.
But corporate partnerships aren't inherently wrong. This does highlight how traditional Chinese media is increasingly disconnected from younger audiences, chasing views without understanding how to build genuine connections. Traffic is king. 流量为王 is the mantra for companies and individuals in China. That's the golden ticket to fame and wealth. So what about Uncle? After the streams, his Rongshan...
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, literally, even YouTube, you get paid in attention. Traffic is indeed king. Chinese know what they're talking about.
Braised duck became famous.
Eventually, I decided on braised goose and feed him on stream to let people know about it.
But at what cost?
你挂着假冒伪劣的乳，你对着江哥的牌子在那里播，那还我授权你们卖？
Authorized and saying I authorize you for
对吧？对不对？不是这样子吧？所以我希望大家第一不要用我的头像。
This is the local governor backing him up, promising to punish those who try to steal his brand name. Yeah, in China, people will do anything for views. It's not unique to China. It's anywhere, basically. Content.
Yeah, but like, have you ever seen like the live stream thing for China? Like, you see a bunch of women, mainly. I don't think men do it. You probably have men that do it, but mainly women. And you just see them like standing on the corner with like a freaking like the lamp that stands up, the this lamp tripod thing with the camera, and you see them like the little scene, and sometimes they can even rent little spaces to do like live streams and junk. And like it's a whole live stream industry. Imagine the idol industry of Japan, and then apply that to live streaming in China. It's that bad. It's that bad. The attention, the need for attention is crazy. In the future, we're gonna like, attention will be a currency. I hope the fuck now that doesn't happen.
Creation can be extremely lucrative. So I hope this video clears some things up. No, Chinese people do not feel exploited by these streams. In general, the response is overwhelmingly positive, and they loved it. And I legit think this has a positive impact for the future. Anyways, that's about it. See ya.
You know why Chinese people have a positive reaction? Because they haven't met like the bad streamers. They haven't met like fucking Johnny Somali, Vitali. You have that other dude that does random shit. I don't remember the other names. Like, I want them to them one. Granted, they're smart enough to know like I'm not going to China. Granted, Somali is in prison or processing for prison, and Vitali is also processing for prison. So maybe we did it's better that way. They can't do it. But anyway, this is the end of the video, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. This was like really interesting. I don't really watch Speed's content, but again, you know of Speed if you're on the internet. And like, he seemed like one of the better content creators around, like, who does the whole IRL thing. He doesn't bother people. Like, he seems respectful for wherever he goes, and that's really good. Like, this is the person you want, like, I would say, as an ambassador for. Yeah, he should actually be an ambassador for something, because he's a really good ambassador from what I get. Like, he seems respectful and everything. They should. Like Nike or something. Give this man something, man. He's already rich enough, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'll see you guys in another video.